Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the HIIT Bias Clinic and HIIT Bias Yoga, and today in our Quick and Easy series we're going to be doing a workout for the thighs. So we're going to be doing HIIT, high intensity followed by a lower intensity interval, 20 seconds by 10 seconds, to get a particular muscle group working and warmed up, get that high intensity to get the heart rate up, burn fat. Then we're going to do the strength part, which is really focused on the particular muscles, taking time with the effort against a weight or a belt or your body weight. And then we're going to do detailed stretch for each area and show you different options to stretch for different levels of flexibility. So get yourself a belt, some workout gear, join me in a minute. Starting with the big thigh muscles, we're going to lift them up. And we're going to do this at speed. We can do it running on the spot if that works for you, or we can just do it one after the other. Get a high intensity, bring the knees straight up. We're bending at the hip, working the quadricep that goes from the kneecap up to the pelvis. Very important in walking, big front of the thigh muscle. Get that speed going with the high intensity. And then we're going to take a lower intensity for 10 seconds. You can jump any of it you like, or run. And then we're going to faster, higher intensity. Feel free to jog and lift the knees up if that works for you, or take it easy. Whatever pace we want the heart rate to come up. We want to snatch those mitochondria and get more energy. And then slowing down a little. Get that lower intensity. And we can focus on our movement. You can feel the legs working. We can do strength work with the quads, bending and pushing the floor away. I would keep the tailbone long. Imagine that you're really pushing the floor. You can make it feel heavier than it really is. I wouldn't stick the butt out too much. That's working more the butt muscles. Get your hands on the thighs. You can resist as you come down, push away as you come up. You should feel them working. Getting the strength, make sure the knees are over the toes. If you have knee issues, you may not go so far, and we will do some other alternatives. Feel that pressure, pushing the floor down as you come down and pushing away. So to stretch the quadriceps, classic one is to bring the foot up towards the bottom. You can have your hand on your hip, bring the knees together and bring the heel towards the bottom, lengthening in the front of the groin. So we're lengthening the top of the quadriceps. We can do it simply like this, or we can activate it. Push the foot into the hand and resist, and relax and bring the heel to the bottom. And again, push the foot into the hand and resist, activate the muscle and relax and bring it towards the bottom. And on the other side, bring the heel to the bottom. This is one you can also do on the edge of a chair with your opposite butt on the chair. Bring the heel towards the butt, lengthen in the groin. Push the foot into the hand, activate, relax and bring the heel to the bottom. Push the foot into the hand, activate the muscle, and relax and bring the heel to the bottom. Once more, push the foot into the hand, and bring the heel to the bottom. So the opposite muscle is the hamstring. So it's going to be bringing the heel to the bottom. And we can do this running on the spot. Bring the heel up to kick the bottom, just as in running or jogging, or we can do it standing still, or a mixture of both. Keep the core working to support you. Kick the heel towards the bottom. We're working the hamstring, back of the leg. And then the lower intensity, taking it easy, bringing the heel up. It's a little more laboured doing it slow, and going fast again. Get that high intensity, push the heel up towards the bottom, get the heart rate up, getting nice and breathless here. then the lower intensity, still kicking the heel towards the bottom. Don't worry if it doesn't actually kick. We're going to do the strength on the hamstring laying down using a belt. You can use a dressing gown cord. Nice straight spine, bend the knees, and we're going to resist with the belt and bring the heel down towards the bottom and relax. So relax in between a strength exercise just to give it a rest. Draw the heel down, both heels. You should feel the hamstrings working back of the knee to the butt. And relax off a moment. And then resist with the belt. So the belt's kind of lifting up a bit to push down. And release. And once more. Resist with the belt and pull down. And release. Bring the feet apart. Bend the knees a little, nice straight spine. And bring one foot forwards. So we want to stretch the back of the knee up towards the butt. This is going to curve the back. What we want to do is put the stretch in the hamstring. You can let the foot down if you like. Fold forwards from the hips, keeping the spine nice and straight. Relaxing back of the knee up towards the butt. We can lift the toe up for a little more stretch. Relax it down and stretch a little further. And then lift the toe up. Feel a little bit more stretch engaging in the hamstring. Relax it down, go a little further. And once more lift the heel up. You can also do this by putting your foot up on a chair and going forwards, or a pole when you're out. That also works really well. And on the other side, feet apart, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, straight spine, bring the foot forward, straight leg. You can bring the foot down and come forwards a little, feeling the stretch back of the knee up towards the butt. Breathe into it, bring the foot up gently. Feel a little bit more stretch. Relax the foot down. You may be able to go a little further, keeping the integrity in the spine. And then draw the foot back. Feeling a little more stretch up the back of the thigh. Bring the foot down, go a little bit further. And lift the foot up towards you. So we're going to bring the leg across. We can do a little bounce to bring it up. So we're working the inside of the quadriceps. Bouncing it up. You can give a little bounce on the supporting leg. Keep that speed going. Working the inside of the thigh at high intensity. You're getting warmer, faster heart rate, breathless, and take the lower intensity. And going high intensity again. About 20 seconds, high intensity. Bringing the knee across, we're working the inside of the thigh. And the lower intensity. And on the other side, bringing that knee up, almost towards the opposite hip. A little bounce in your step. That is the one that's staying on the floor. Working that inner thigh and the lower intensity. Sometimes the lower intensity feels easier, other times it feels easier going at the high intensity. And the lower intensity. We're going to do resistance strength. Push against the hand. Push, 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 and release. Push, 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 and release. Push, push, push. And again, push, 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 and release. And on the other side, push, 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 and release. Push, 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 and release. Push with the hand against the leg, and release. And again, push and release. Taking a wide lunge to stretch that inner side of the thigh, sticking the butt out. If you want to do just HIIT, I have some 20-minute and 10-minute HIIT series, and the other side. If you want to just do shred, I have some 15 to 20-minute shred. We're stretching through the inside and come back up. So we're lifting the outer thigh up, giving a little bounce in the supporting leg, getting that speed going, using the core. Doesn't matter how high you lift it, you should feel it working. You can jump it if you want to, and get that outer thigh working. And check your form. Take the lower intensity. And the other side. Lifting up, feeling the outer thigh working, getting that high intensity. And the lower intensity. Keep the supporting leg a little flexible. We're going to lay down to do the strength, and we're going to push out against the hands. So push and release. Resist with the hands, core working back nice and strong. And release. You should feel that outside working. And release. It's always good to take a rest. Push, 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 push. If you work a muscle too long, it gets tired. Push, 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 and release. And when it gets tired, it runs out of chemistry and doesn't work properly anymore. It's better to work it, let it recover briefly, and work again. It always depends what you're working for. Stepping across to stretch the underneath thigh, lean forwards. Just feel where you get that stretch along the outside of the thigh. Breathe into it. You can come up more. Find where you get that good stretch. And come back up. And on the other side, facing forwards. Bend forwards. I find I get less stretch when I bend forwards. I get more when I come up, but find what works for you. We're all a little different. And when we're stretching, we want to relax the bit we're stretching. And breathe. So come up and find where you get a slightly different stretch. A few alternative stretches. So for the hamstring, lift the butt cheeks away. You can have the legs bent if you need to. Better to have them straight. Folding forwards from the hips, so only as far as you can go. If you let the feet go, you can possibly go a little further. Engage the feet again, lifting the core, lifting through the front of the body. Now if you're really flexible and you go further, that's fine. However, you can get a really good stretch by focusing on a good form. Stick the butt out, lift the kneecaps and thighs, the opposing muscles working, and relax in the hamstrings. Be where you can be. Another way to stretch the quadriceps is to be on your knees and bring the heel to the bottom and bring the pelvis forward, so you're giving a good stretch. Again, you can do the activate and release. Activate, that activates the muscle, proprioceptive neurological facilitation, and then helps it to relax more. And on the other side, bring the heel up towards the bottom, lengthening in the groin, breathing. You can activate it by pushing the foot into the hand and release and bring the heel to the bottom. Keep the knee under the hip, push the foot into the hand and release and bring the heel to the bottom. We can cross one leg under, bring the other either next to you, or if you want more of a stretch, bring it on the inside. Bring this hand, wrap the thumb around so we get an external rotation in the thigh. Hold the knee with the opposite leg. We can press the hand down into the mat and gently lift, and we'll bring the knee across. Very gently with a twist to get a good stretch on the outside of the thigh. And on the other side, have your foot where it's comfortable. Take the hand, wrap the thumb around, externally rotate, bring your hand outside the knee, lift the spine. And we're bringing the knee across to stretch the outside. Stretching the outer thigh. And release. If you're okay up on your knees, you can bring one leg out to the side to stretch the inside and bend forward, sticking the butt out. If you need to bring the hands down, you can. Find that place where you get a nice stretch, sweet stretch on the inner thigh, breathing into it. And on the other side, bend forwards, find where you get that good stretch on the inner thigh. You may need to go forwards more. You may find you get more being further up. You'll get slightly different angles. Breathe into it and find what works for you. That's a few simple exercises to help with the strength, the HIIT, the fat burning, and the energy in the muscles to help you with your movement, and then a good stretch to release any tension in the muscles afterwards. Always good to end with a good wiggle. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your workouts and get your thighs working well so you can walk well and carry yourself through life. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.